shining like a sun ray.
Hush now, child, and don't you cry. Your folks might understand you by and by.
Just move on towards your destination.
Hola, boni, bonsoir, assalamu alaikum, shalom. Whatever your greeting is, I greet you in peace. Welcome to Conversations with Chuike, and I am Chuike B. Anderson, your host and co-producer. We want to send you our blessings, love, peace, joy, praying that you are well, praying that all that is in your life is beautiful and that it's going well. And if it's not, we send you our blessings, we send you our healing energy, and just be well, be at peace. The mission of Conversations with Chuike is to educate, motivate, and inspire our viewers to take action on those things that they'd like to see changed in their personal life, family, community, and the world. And we bring you thought leaders, change makers, and action takers. We bring you people in your community that you may know who have said, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they did something about it. So we want to inspire everyone, our viewers, everyone to take action. So we call this the CwC ActNOW movement. We want to see everyone taking their power, their talents, their gifts out into the community and doing the work that we need to do for ourselves to make a change in this world. So I'm going to read you a quote, as I always do. And this quote is so connected to my guest for this evening, who you see on my screen right now. She can't see us, but we can see her. She's an incredible woman. The quote is, our lives are not determined by what happens to us, but by how we react to what happens. Not by what life brings to us, but by the attitude we bring to life. And it says, so what attitude are you bringing today? All right, so that is our quote. So my guest, her name is Crystal Emery. I met her at the New School during a screening that she was having for her film, Black Women in Medicine, and Changing the Face of Medicine. And she is not only a filmmaker, but she's an author. She also is the founder of a really incredible organization, You Are You, The Right to Be. And I am extremely honored to have her as my guest this evening. And she's going to tell you about all the incredible work that tell you a little bit about herself, how she got started, and also her passion and her mission in life and purpose. So I think I connected with Crystal because she and I see our mission are very similar. They're really very, very connected. And when she was speaking, I was just like, wow, I need to know her. I need to have her come on Conversations with Chuike and inspire our guests. So we are going to bring her up on so she can speak. And I want to welcome you, Crystal. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you?
Hi, Crystal. Thank you so much for being with us. I know you have a tremendously busy schedule, especially with this new project that you have going on with your book and your film. And I'm so excited for you. And I know it's just going to take off. So it's just a matter of time. People just, you know how the click didn't happen yet? That click is going to happen real soon. So please introduce yourself to our viewers. Tell them a little bit about you. And then we'll go into talking about your organization and the work that you're doing and why.
Well, I'm a filmmaker. I wrote and directed my first play in 5th grade,
Wow.
and this is the only work that I've ever done. I wear a lot of labels: filmmaker, writer, activist, mother, daughter, sister, wife. But my title, I think, that most describes me is a spirit on a journey to understand who I am.
Yes.
So that's me in a nutshell.
Right. And I remember you mentioned that to me, a spirit on a journey, and I wanted you to elaborate on that. You're a spirit on a journey. And can you talk about that a little bit? What does that mean to you?
Well, aren't we all spirits on journeys? I mean, we're all electromagnetic energy. And energy doesn't die, it just transforms itself.
Mm.
And so I'm on a journey. I'm on a journey to know who I am. And part of that journey is the wonderful opportunity to create. For me, it's important that the images that I create are positive images, that they uplift, that they challenge people's hearts and minds, and hopefully show them a different perspective. So it's a journey. I mean, you know, what is that saying? Life is a journey.
Life is a journey.
Destination.
Yes, yes. Absolutely. And I'm sorry, I forgot to salute you and say namaskar.
Namaskar.
Okay, so Crystal, can you tell us about the first project that you did on your journey? The first project, after the 5th grade play that you wrote. And what was that play about, by the way? Just tell me what it was about.
Actually, the first project was with my brothers and neighbors, and it was Batman and Robin versus the Green Hornet and KIDJO.
Ha.
So, you know, in 5th grade, I was bused to the suburbs of Cheshire, and we were the first Black kids bused to the suburbs in Connecticut. And it was a very hostile environment. Mm. And so my first play was about Harriet Tubman freeing the slaves. Mm. And it's interesting because my babysitters were Black Panthers. Mm. And so we go to school all day long in this very lily white conservative environment. And we come home to our babysitters who are Black Panthers. And New Haven was one of the main headquarters. And so we'd go down to the headquarters and, you know, read about Black history and be around very progressive Black folks. I was in New York with my family, and I went to see the movie For the Love of Ivy with Sidney Poitier. And it was then that I realized that, wow, all of these characters look exactly like my family. Mm. And that got me interested in movies.
Okay.
So it was a process. Mm-hmm. I guess we didn't turn that phone off.
Don't worry about it. Look, it's the television bloopers. It's okay. Continue.
So that is really, I mean, by 7th grade, I was acting. By 8th grade, I was going to private theater type schools. Mm. And that's all I did. So when I was 16, I met Ntozake Shange. Mm-hmm. She was here at Yale Afro-American Cultural Center. And it was through knowing her that I started coming to New York. But all along, I was still acting in plays, and then eventually started directing. Mm. So it's what I've done my whole life.
What are some of the plays that you've been in?
Oh God, that's like, yeah, you know.
I'm gonna pick your brain, Crystal.
You should have told me that ahead of time.
It's okay. Can you name one? I mean, at least one.
Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
Okay.
For Colored Girls.
Ah.
He, She by Edward Albee.
Okay.
That was so long ago.
It's a wonderful part of your journey, though, right?
It's a part of my journey that I can't even remember. You need to ask me what happened last week.
One of the things, Crystal, that I love about you is you have so much humor inside of you, and you're always making us laugh. So that's a good thing. We need to laugh, right? So tell us about your I think the first film that you did. The name is not coming to me. The one that came before Black Women in Medicine.
Well, actually, the first film that I did was a short film that I actually shot on 35 millimeter. And that was called Sweet Nez. It was a coming of age story.
Okay.
About a young woman trying to get out of the hood.
Okay.
And so that was the first film that I shot. Later, in 2007, I did the documentary Deadliest Disease in America.
More than a third of physicians who are practicing today in this country say that when they go to work, they are seeing patients who are being treated differently, they think, because of race and ethnicity.
They said, you people, you think you want health care, and when it's given to you, you protest. I said, you people? Who are you talking to? Do you have any idea who even I am? And so then I did something that is probably wrong. I did pull my state ID of the health department. I did say who I was. And all of a sudden, I was treated very differently. I wasn't anymore a Black woman with an accent, with dirty clothes.
Alabama, 1970s. 100,000 to 150,000 poor African-American women are sterilized annually. California, 1967. 300 U.S. accusations of
Tell us a little bit about that first film that you did.
Well, what's interesting is, given the fact that I have a form of muscular dystrophy, people assumed that I did that film because of my experiences, when the truth is, someone challenged me to do that film. And I have 9 very wonderful doctors. It was not until I did that film that I realized that not one of my 9 doctors was Black. And when you're sick, you don't see color. You see, help me. And what happened was I started pre-production in February 2007. And I got really sick that summer. And I experienced every stereotype of disparity or racism that happens in healthcare in a matter of 7 weeks. And I said, well, Lord, I guess you really wanted me to be able to do this film from experience. And, it was hard because, I want to be seen as a human being. I don't want to see everything Black, white, Asian, or Hispanic. And Deadliest Disease, we toured the country. I received the Congressional Black Caucus Brain Trust Award in journalism. But after a while, it's a long war, the war on racism. And I was so tired. My energies were really depleted because America was and still does not want to look at the racist thought and how it has deeply penetrated our psyche. And that's anybody. Right. I always say that if you grew up in America, you have to be racist. So that film I was ready to do something else, and I have been really wanting to go work for Will Smith. So everywhere I go, I tell the audience, hey, if you happen to know Will Smith, tell him I'm looking for him.
I'll keep that in mind, Crystal.
Say what?
I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, yeah, and your listeners,
Yes.
shout out. Tell Will I'm in New Haven, Connecticut. In the meantime, one of my friends at Yale Medical School asked me to interview a doctor, a New Yorker actually, Dr. Doris Weathers. And I went to New York and we had dinner at the New Leaf. And I met this phenomenal woman. And I said, somebody needs to tell her story. Now, little did I know it was going to be me, but it was.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So now we come to Black Women in Medicine.
Black Women in Medicine. The film started out entitled Present and Unaccounted For, Black Women in Medicine. And later, American Public Television said the title was too long. So we shortened it to Black Women in Medicine. I was looking through a lot of the research, a lot of the behind-the-scenes photos, and I said, wow, these women are so beautiful. We should make a book. And we laid out 20, 25 pictures. And as I was looking at them, I said, but this doesn't tell the full story. And so I did some more research, included some more doctors. I always had the ancestor part. As I was looking at the pictures, I realized that a lot of them were either in the Northeast Coast or the total West Coast. And I said, well, there had to be Black women doctors in the Midwest. To make a long story short, the book, Against All Odds, celebrating Black women in medicine, is now 106 doctors and 10 future doctors. I call them my little babies.
The young Black female physicians that are emerging today can do anything they really want to do.
Dr. Crystal Carrington.
You are some of the smartest, most talented individuals going into anything in the world today.
Dr. Antonia Francis.
I want you to also think about, as you become great and wonderful healers,
Dr. Rochelle Patrice Yarborough.
that healing is not only for your patients, but it's for your community. It's for your nation. It's for the world.
I think one of my favorite stories about shooting Black women in medicine was we had the opportunity to shoot Dr. Jennifer Ellis. Dr. Ellis is one of maybe 5 or 6 Black women cardiothoracic surgeons. That means she only does hearts and lungs. And we got a chance to shoot her doing open heart surgery. And that image alone speaks volumes to little Black boys and girls. It speaks volumes to adult white men who don't believe that we're capable. And just the fact that we shot her doing that surgery. And I want your audience to think about this. How many times do you see a Black woman heart surgeon? And then tell me how many times you've seen a Black woman heart surgeon. I mean, it was incredible. And that is when I began to understand that this project was bigger than me. That I was the vessel that it came through, but that it was bigger than me. And so you know that saying, you might have a plan, but God has a better plan.
Yes, absolutely.
And what I'm trying to do is get out of the way
Right. Well, I know that you are taking this project around, and through your organization called You Are You, The Right to Be. Can you tell us a little bit about that organization?
Well, my company is called You Are You, The Right to Be, and we're a nonprofit in New Haven, Connecticut, and we are about, you are you and you have the right to be. We are about creating work and images and bringing together people to accentuate the positive. I think that what is great about this film is that these women did not allow racism, sexism, economics to keep them from reaching their goal. I love Dr. Jocelyn Elders. She grew up as a sharecropper to become the first Black woman Surgeon General of the United States of America. And at any time, she could have given up, but she didn't.
Right.
And I think that our children, I think that our community, I think America in general needs to see more images like that versus, and I just hate to say this, but versus cookie lines.
Right.
I just think that, we need to feed not just Black children, but feed America and the world positive images of who we are as a people and an individual. And so You Are You, The Right to Be is just that. You are you and you have the right to be. If you'd like to learn more about us, you can either go to our website, youareyoutherighttobee.org, or you can check out changingthefaceofmedicine.org. All one word, changingthefaceofmedicine.org.
Okay. So what are some things that, some of the projects that you're doing, we've talked about this, that you're doing along with, what is your goal for this, this project, Black Women in Medicine and Changing the Face of Medicine?
Our goal for Changing the Face of Medicine is to really increase the number of Black children going into medicine. Now, it doesn't mean you have to go be a doctor, because there are numerous jobs that support doctors, whether you're IT, whether you're a nurse, whether you're a pharmacist, whether you're a secretary. But we'd like to join the other efforts around the country, whether you're Kaiser Permanente, whether you're Morehouse School of Medicine, whether there's a wonderful program in New York called Mentoring in Medicine. All of us working together can change those numbers by 2030. All of us working with young children, supporting them, guiding them, getting them the right education that will allow them to be able to apply to medical schools. And so that is how we're utilizing the project. We partner with a lot of folks around the country because you can't do this by yourself.
Right. If you wanted to tell our viewers how they can support you with your projects.
You can always go to our website if you'd like to be a mentor to a group of kids. You can reach out to us at info@youareyouglobal.org. Again, that's info@youareyouglobal.org, and we'll respond right back to you.
If someone wanted to set up a screening for you, I'm sure you welcome that, yes?
Yes. But it's not just a screening of the film. There's workshops that go with that because the film is the icebreaker, but the real work is done in the workshops.
And can you give us a description of a workshop? Just tell us what
There's
goes
all
on.
sorts of, it depends whether we're at a high school or whether we're in the community or whether we're in college. The workshops can range from retention and recruitment to from action to from conversation to action. You know, the roadmap to medical school. What we do is create a organic experience. So what happens in New Mexico is not going to be the same thing that happens in Oakland.
Right.
And it's definitely not going to be the same thing that happens in New York.
Right. Crystal, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being with us. And I wish you all the best, sending you blessings on your journey and with this project that we so need. And thank you for doing the work that you're doing. Thank you so much. We need more people like you in the world. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, because you are there on the front line too. And so the more you get people talking, the more you demonstrate that there's another way. You know, we are all connected. Right. So namaskar, thank you to your audience. And I'll see you soon.
Okay, thank you. Peace and blessings. Thank you for joining us this evening, Conversations with Chuike. Remember, my viewers, to act now. Go out and do the things that you know that is needed to be changed. Take your power within, take your talents, your gifts, and share them with the world. You be the change that you want to see in this world. We can do it together. We can make a difference. As you heard this evening from Crystal Emery, she just decided that, you know, this was something that she wanted to do to make a change, to bring to people, to help people to look at the world differently. And you have a choice. You have a choice to do something, and you have a choice to do nothing. And if we do nothing, nothing happens. If we do something, something will happen and change. So I send you my love, peace, blessings, joy. Have a blessed journey as you continue this life.